So, welcome to a Thursday blog, and the first trivia question is there something in the shot that's also not supposed to be in the shot because it bothers him that it's in the shot?
It really does. It really, really does. So, comment below and tell us if you see it.
Anyways, Marvin actually had gone to school for doing
This stuff. Yeah.
He's officially trained in it,
Ooh.
So yeah, film and video. So
yeah.
He's like Tom, the
thing.
He knows technical terms.
Like dead cat on a blimp.
This is the fun stuff.
And C-47. Also comment if you know what a C-47 is. It's not a plane. It is a piece of equipment used in TV and film production. C-47.
C-47.
Here's the really interesting thing. You probably have a bunch of them in your house.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah.
We talked about this before, and it's coming back to me.
Yep.
Anyways, I know the answer. Maybe you do too. Everyone's going to Google it and answer. No, really.
Of course, yeah, probably, but still.
It's already on the internet, and they're doing this. So we're going to start with the Flappy theory. And
the Flappy theory?
Yeah, I think may have shared this with you in some form or another.
Okay.
But it's ever evolving with my friend who does lots of sysops work and system development work and build systems. And we ran into the Flappy theory severely with a client. So the Flappy theory goes like this. The entire world is run off of a series of scripts that stop the Flappy thing. Or start the Flappy thing. And what that is just the basic analogy that there's always a script running to stop it or start whatever it keeps breaking. So then someone writes another script to start or stop whatever's breaking, and then they compound the problem by putting another script on top of that stops something from starting and breaking. And we ran into the stack of amazingness that is a new client.
So like somebody writes a script to switch a switch on, and then somebody writes a script to switch a switch off?
No.
Like
the switch
that?
randomly switches off and no one knows why. No one investigates why to fix why it keeps turning off.
They just write a script to flip the switch on.
Yeah. Check if switch is off.
Gotcha.
If it's off, turn it back on. So this stack of seven, I think we're at right now. The Flappy scripts at this client has occupied a lot of time. And it's kept me from doing YouTube because we took over IT from a completely undocumented, which means we didn't know what we were getting into, so there's hours budgeted, there was estimates given, but they were very well aware that the other IT guy he didn't document anything. And so we found all the Flappy scripts that make the Flappy things flap at their company, and there was a lot of them. So just by changing, the first thing you do is make sure you lock out the other guy, and because he had an admin account, so we locked it out. And when we took over IT, and then we changed the administrator password on all the things. But when we did, all the Flappy scripts broke, and then it was a hunt to find all the Flappy scripts because things just didn't work. It turns out there's even a script because no one knows why. The log files will get so big they'll crash the server if the server truncate log script file that has nothing to do with the program. It's just a script someone wrote to rotate log files over a certain day. Like, it's not the program literally will produce a file that crashes the rest of the server, and the program has no way to fix it. So someone wrote a script to fix it. See, this is the Flappy problem. No one stopped to think to call the company that wrote the program to say, or change a setting in the program so it quits dumping a log file so big it crashes the server. Right. Instead, they just wrote a script to delete the log file.
Fix the symptom, not the cause.
Yeah. Yep. So immediately upon changing the password, within 24 hours, there was drive limit problems, and just the Flappy stuff started flapping, and then
that's the noise we should start making whenever we run into it.
And this is actually see, Phil does this all the time for very, very, very big companies.
I don't think you can use his real name.
Yeah. We will, because he watches this sometimes, and he does this, and this is what he runs into all the time. And I've seen them in small scale, but this is a larger scale one. Maybe it's just the size of the company and the way it was set up, and the fact that they have legacy products blended in with their current system. They literally have to keep separate networks for old equipment and old things in the warehousing manufacturing. And we have this with some of the other clients that we've never had a Flappy script problem quite this extensive of how many things broke just by changing an admin password. Also, why was everything running off an admin password, not just at a system level service that automatically runs? So if we change the password, we don't break the system. But that's it. Guess how it's run. We fixed so many things, and it's all happy now. So we're good.
It's happy, not flappy now.
It's happy, not flappy. So we're still sorting that out, but it's occupied way too much of my time. My FreeNAS video has been pretty popular for FreeNAS 10 Coral, but I have not done more of them simply because all the things people keep asking me to do a video for, all the features that are missing. And they did release an update, and it fixed none of the features. They may do a major version release before they fix the features that should have been built in by default based on everyone's like, hey, exciting big venture endeavor that the FreeNAS team did. They did a great job on the product, but they just omitted some major steps that kind of make the product really, really usable. So they fixed the major security flaw in it of not being able to replace encrypted hard drives, but it's also slowing me down from making more videos on it because all the questions that people really are asking me that want answered have to do with the features that are missing. And so people are literally, a couple of people posted, well, when do you think these features will be available? I said, they at least have on the roadmap for development, like, here's the item number. When this item number gets up to date, that's when we wrote the program for it.
So FreeNAS, please hurry up and get, because Tom gets real cranky.
I get cranky. I need videos.
Oh my gosh! So please let him do some videos about this.
Yeah. Got stuff to do. But anyway, I got plans this weekend to make a bunch of other videos. We were going to do a big announcement. The announcement got delayed, but don't worry, we'll even share with you why the announcement was delayed. And what are we calling this project? Is it Project Jefferson or something?
I think Project Jefferson. I think that's a good one.
We're just giving it a code name.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It all makes sense. Fun. We just can't talk about it yet until it's all like there's no date set, and it's not because of us. But we'll complain about it. We'll call out those who are delaying us.
But not until later.
Not until later. We don't want to rock the boat in case any of those who are delaying us are watching this and go, hey, you're kind of complaining about look.
Once it's taken care of, though, we're on blast.
Everyone's on blast.
Because that's what the kids say these days.
That's what I hear. Other exciting news.
Yeah.
Lots more things happening. Which ones can I talk about?
There's stuff we can't talk about, though. That's it. Like, we're not trying to be cryptic about this. There's some things going on we can't really talk about.
It's always a challenge when you're dealing with an NDA over something, a project for a client. Because clients are always expanding. Sometimes our expansions require them buying more buildings and things like that. So it's like we can't talk about that because, we're building it all out, but they haven't announced it even. We do stuff that their employees may not even know yet. So, because we do the infrastructure cabling and build outs for these, which is really cool. But then we can't talk about or take pictures or post those videos because if we were to do so, we would tip the hat that, you could be doing that looks like maybe our new building or something. So we have a great, huge respect for all of the privacy of anyone. So any videos you do see at clients, of course, have been vetted and asked. We ask, can we film here? Can we fly a drone through your office? These are questions we ask. We don't just do it. I mean,
you got to wonder how many companies ask, like, can we fly a drone through your business, please? Can we do that?
Yeah, it's funny because usually the only response we get is, "Oh, really? Can I have the footage?"
Right. Yes.
So we actually one of the guys, we gave him the footage, and he wanted some aerial photos of his whole area. So we already got the drone. So we flew around his building, gave him entire aerial photos, and then he shared it with everyone in the office. Now I got more views on that.
Awesome.
So there's always fun things happening.
Yeah.
We are still rocking out lots of websites.
We are more and more every day.
Yeah, on the edge of behind all the time. It's just always this. Right on the edge of it.
Melissa knocks them out, though.
She does.
She kicks it into high gear and out they go.
So we're working on that. That's been lots of fun. I've been really, really encouraging everyone to install WordFence on there. Even if it's just a free version, their paid version is not very expensive, and you can get licenses through us and things like that because we give bulk discounts. But WordFence is another security protection tool for your WordPress website and help keep the bad guys out because that is such a headache. It drives me nuts. We clean up hacked WordPress sites, and that's part of my client conversion. We fix hacked WordPress sites, and then from there we do we'll end up usually taking over hosting for them at the same time. I kind of want to do a video on it, on how we clean up a hacked WordPress site, but there's so many little steps, and it's kind of one of those hit and miss. It's not as simple because there's so many things. Like this method I used last week may not even work this week. The concept's the same. You find the JavaScript files that are usually Java, something inserted into the code, and find it, root it out, look for file changes based on certain dates. WordFence is another scanning tool that helps me locate which files were modified or changed. And then when we're done, we'll just re-upload the WordPress core files over the top of the old core files to just replace it. Maybe I'll do some videos on it if there's an interest in cleaning up the hacked WordPress sites. I'm probably not like the fastest guy at it, but I'll time lapse the videos. We make it
thorough.
Yeah, I try to be very thorough. That's very important.
WordFence is because WordFence will tell you if there were attempts at.
Yes.
Which I installed WordFence recently on a personal website of mine. Somebody in Latvia is really interested in getting into my site.
Yes.
But WordFence is holding them out. So.
Yeah, and one of our clients, it's WordFence, held out. It's funny, they're not. Good news is they're not using, because one thing you can flag is if you have a unique username in WordPress and you realize someone has compromised that name and are guessing passwords, that's a little scary. And usually they get it from, you look at the published posts and they will pull the username from the published post and then try that username with different password combinations. We actually use very high entropy passwords that are usually 16 characters of random gibberish that we saved in LastPass. So yes, I know I got hacked again. That's going to be another video. Please see my previous video, and then there'll be a forthcoming one once there's a disclosure on the current hack that Tavis Ormandy found. But back to WordPress, use high entropy passwords as in really long gibberish, and then it's less likely, because most of the hacking attempts are password guesses, and they simply use all the common passwords. Even though you thought Monkey123 was so unique to you, turns out it's not. It's actually, I think Monkey's still in the top 20 list.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe we should read that next time. Next week we'll have the top list of passwords used in 2016.
Not to be used to hack websites. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Yeah.
Wow. There's got to be some kind of psychological thing to that, why people would pick Monkey.
I
got to look into that.
So
why would somebody pick Monkey?
Yeah, someone definitely picks Monkey.
Oh well. Oh,
this isn't live, and I'm gonna edit this out. I have to answer this. All right, that phone call was a part of Project Jefferson, so I had to answer it. Anyways, but yeah, no, we clean up WordPress sites, we do all that fun stuff. That is a whole nother part of the business that I probably should make some more videos on about websites. Maybe that'll be something I get done. But my fun-filled and exciting plan for this rainy, cold weekend, making more YouTube videos.
Yay!
I was really hung up on a project that my wife had me doing that really sucked. I don't think she watches this, so we'll see.
We'll find out. I would say we'll find out. Let's see, this is going to be about, 10 minutes into the video? So
yeah.
12 minutes after posting it, we'll find out.
And as some of you may know, I have a podcast, the smlr.us, and I recorded that over the weekend. So my weekend was really busy, and I tried to get a lot of YouTube videos done. I got a lot of learning done. And I just been studying some different tools and utilities and Linux stuff, and there's little projects. Oh, Project Tinfoil Hat.
Yes.
Yes, that was my other project I had going. So what I did was, and this is one of my security friends, and he's helping me with this. We're just doing a full internal audit, and not because we found anything, but because I want to do it now instead of ever asking what could I have done better. And so that's one of those little things that we're doing, and it's just a whole step-by-step encryption stuff. And I've talked about how we do our backups and things like that. And that's all it really is making sure and double-checking that every step we do, anytime you have data at rest, it should be encrypted. So we have that encrypted. We have the SQL backups encrypted. We store the virtual machines on offline encrypted drives that are passwords. So there's a lot of things that we're doing, but I always like to have that whole process looked at from top to bottom, and one of those, I like checking it. And then I have my friend who I trust and works in computer security, him just kind of come through, and he stops by, and he's going to be by here like tomorrow and stuff, and just doing some auditing work, looking at it. We talked about structures and things like that. He thought we were doing really well with all of it. He didn't really find any flaws. I told him, be critical, don't be nice. So just make sure my process is sane. We've had a process like this for a while, but it's one of those, let's stop and look, make sure we're being really secure, because businesses are under absolute attack. We are switching over one of our clients. We've finally got him convinced of it by showing him the logs. They're seeing 4,000 logins a day to a open server they have, and we're like, we've already blocked all the foreign countries. That's just the 4,000 a day trying to log into their RDP server is the U.S. countries. It's just the U.S. IP addresses that are trying to hit it. So as much filtering as we do on it, it's getting really hammered. So they're going to go to a higher level of security rather than just having an open RDP session, which is just scary. Yeah. We told them, and those things. we manage clients, and when they take our advice, that's awesome. We have other ones that go, I don't think we have hard passwords. I don't think anyone will guess it. And I'm like, that you still shouldn't leave that open because of potential flaws.
Yeah,
so
their hard password is monkey1234.
Yeah, they had a 4 at the end of that monkey.
4. So phase 2 of Project Tinfoil Hat is building a bunker and stocking up on canned goods. And
goods
and all that stuff. So we'll be moving on to phase 2 very soon. But we should probably cut it off right now because we've droned on for long enough now.
Droned on for long enough, and we got to get back to all the client stuff.
It's true.
We're almost done with the Flappy project.
It'll be a happy Flappy.
Happy Flappy, and get all the scripts sorted out and the backups. Yeah, and the ridiculous stuff we were dealing with to make all that happen. But thank you again.
Yep. So remember, what is a C47? Let us know in the comments if you know.
And what's in the shot?
What's in the
this
shot?
Is something you can't Google. What's in the shot
what's
that you
in the
can't
shot
see?
that you can't see? And like and subscribe if you like what we're doing.
Hey,
See you next week. Look at that. A family portrait.
It's our family portrait. All them.
So, all right. We'll see you next week.
Yep.